It's been a long time since I've seen a satisfying disaster movie, and this one hits all the right notes even though it's full of cliches, and I'm talking about Ashfall. This is a Korean movie from 2019, a disaster flick that does everything right. Written and directed by Byung-seo Kim, it centers around a bomb disposal specialist that is placed a task of stopping the end of all of Korea. You see, there's a super volcano that is going to explode in 4 different stages. The last explosion is going to destroy North and South Korea altogether, and there's one university scientist that knows how to stop it. And guess what? The only way to stop it is to blow the thing away. I know you've heard this premise before, but the movie executes it extremely well. In fact, in the first 7 minutes, everything is already set on its way. The disaster happens, you meet the characters, you know how the disaster can be stopped, and the journey to get from disaster to how to stop it is the fun part. This is a mixture of movies that you have already seen, not only from characters to plot points to plot devices, but done in a Korean mix that is so well executed. The special effects are great and seamless. I know it's 2019 and special effects should be top notch, and there are, and you don't notice where something comes into play until later on that you just realize, holy crap, I watched this amazing disaster scene. Of course it was CG. You have combinations of movies such as Armageddon and The Rock. No, the old one with Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. Their characters are literally taken from those movies and placed here almost as a copy and paste. But what really sells this movie is that the characters, instead of being established at the very beginning, they're slowly developed throughout the movie through small conversations, mannerisms, interesting quirks, and there's a lot of very cool, charismatic characters that you eventually start really caring for, even though you didn't at the beginning of the movie. The other cool aspect is that this film is placed in a politically unstable location because South and North Korea have an ongoing conflict. Imagine detonating nukes, even though it's underground, in an area of conflict where China is involved and there's international eyes right on you. So there's a lot of interesting political intrigue and spy game happening at the same time. So they throw pretty much every bit and cool piece of other movies that worked well into one, and it is done so well. The director of this film has a lot of experience as a cinematographer in movies that you love, such as The Host and I Saw the Devil. You see his experience flourish in this beautifully shot and carefully crafted film where the score and the acting are awesome. Also, some of the people that you see on screen, you probably would have seen in movies like Train to Busan and I Saw the Devil. There's recognizable faces, although that is not the selling point. For me, the selling point is despite that the film has all of these cliche elements from other movies, it makes them novel and new in the way it uses them, and you know where the movie is going and how it's going to play out, yet I was entertained at any point. In the movie, I was pretty much at an 8 out of a 10 of being entertained. It doesn't have plot dips. It doesn't have spacing issues. It doesn't have editing issues. Things connect well. They make sense, but they keep going. There's no slowdown moments to let you think, oh, how is this going to work? Oh, I've seen this before. No, you're fully engaged in a film that brings you from A to Z in a beautiful, very entertaining way. And as I mentioned, the fact that it's a little bit flavored by Korean culture, mannerisms, a little bit of pop interest in there really makes it stand out in a very big list of disaster movies that I have seen in the past. The other cool thing is, it was done in 2019, and before that, aside from Greenland, which I enjoyed a lot, I can't remember other salient, very good disaster movies. And for doing what it does so well, it really is a very enjoyable movie. It was difficult to find dubbed, so I watched it with subtitles, and I think that actually added a lot to the experience because the original lines said by the actors really have a mannerism of comedy to some lines and a lot of heartstrings on another. So if you have the opportunity to watch it, I suggest you watch it in the original Korean language with subtitles. If you have seen Ashfall, please let me know what you thought about it. And if you haven't, what is your favorite disaster movie? I'm Jin from Get Me More, and you're ready to find me. Thanks for watching.